The men who found out too late. There was music in the hall, cake on the table, a decade of marriage dressed up as celebration. 250 guests came to witness love. What they didn't know was they were attending a funeral, not of a woman, not of a man, but of a lie that had lived for 10 whole years. The man didn't shout, he didn't curse, he didn't flip tables. He walked away quietly after learning that none of the 3 children he loved, children he bled for, worked for, sacrificed for, were biologically his. Not discovered through gossip, not through suspicion, but through science. And that quiet walk away, that wasn't rage, that was grief with dignity.
Yinku's Pepper Talks. We skip the filler for the deep, honest talk your relationship needs. Let's get to work.
Welcome to Yinku's Pepper Talks, where we just don't tell stories, we unpack the truth behind them. This is a space for real conversations about marriage, family, identity, and the silent struggles we don't post on Instagram too often. Here we talk about African homes, diaspora realities, love, loyalty, betrayal, accountability, and the emotional cost of pretending. If you're new here, you're welcome. And if you've been here for a while, you already know we don't sugarcoat the truth, but we don't weaponize it either. So today, we're talking about a story that shocked many people, but for some men, it was just another quiet tragedy. Let's get into it. Here's the part we don't like to talk about. This story shocked people because it was public, but it wasn't rare. It just had lights, chairs, and witnesses. Across Africa, and especially in diaspora stories tied to visa lotteries, relocation plans, and escape routes, this revelation has been happening in silence for decades. Men finding out after, sponsorship approvals, relocation paperwork, DNA tests at embassies, medical emergencies, or immigration interviews that the children they were carrying across the oceans were never theirs to begin with. Some men walked away, some men broke down, some men couldn't even survive the shame, the shock, the identity, the collapse, and ended their own lives quietly. Others stayed alive but never recovered. And nobody wants to talk about these men. No one. It just gets swept under the carpet. Why this hits different for men? Because for many African men, fatherhood isn't optional. It's identity, it's legacy, and proof of manhood. So when that foundation collapses, it's not just betrayal. It's the death of ego. It's purpose death. It's reality death. You don't just lose a wife, you lose your name, your story, your reason for waking up every day. And the society says, be strong, protect her image, think of the children. But nobody really asks who protects the man whose entire life just exploded in his very eyes. This is not new, it's just louder now. Our parents whispered about it, our grandparents buried it, communities covered it up for peace. Women cheated, men traveled, silence became culture. DNA didn't exist then, embassies didn't test then, hospitals didn't question blood types then. Now truth has receipts, and lies are collapsing in real time. The uncomfortable question. So let's ask what we keep dodging. Why is this still rampant? Is it loneliness during long-distance marriages, financial desperation, patriarchal silence that never taught accountability, a culture that romanticizes survival over honesty, or women knowing society will still protect them if the truth comes out? And on the flip side, why are the men taught to suffer quietly? Why is male emotional collapse mocked? Why is walking away labeled cruelty but deception excused as mistakes? Look, this isn't a gender war. This is a truth crisis. The hard part nobody wants to say. Some families are built on lies so old they feel sacred. But longevity does not equal truth. Time does not sanctify deception, and sacrifice does not obligate a man to live inside a lie. That man didn't end a marriage at a party. The marriage ended years earlier. He just stopped pretending about it. So for this vlogmas here, we're not doing fake cheer. We're doing real conversations, because behind many successful relocations, behind many happy families, behind many smiling Christmas photos, there are men quietly grieving a life they never truly had. So let's talk about it. Why do you think this keeps happening in our community? Is this cultural, emotional, or systematic? How do we stop raising families on silence? And how do we protect truth without destroying lives? Because healing starts where pretending ends. Some stories don't end with closure, they end with awareness. If this conversation made you uncomfortable, that's okay. Very okay. Because growth rarely comes wrapped in comfort. What matters is that we stop pretending this is rare. We need to stop protecting lies more than lives. And we need to stop asking men to carry emotional devastation in silence. It is not right. This is not about shaming women, and this is not about attacking men. But this is the truth. Accountability and healing before damage becomes destiny. If you believe these conversations matter, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss what we're building here. Share this video if it gave language to something you couldn't explain. And remember, peace built on truth is better than comfort built on lies. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for more conversations, because we don't sweep things under the carpet here. This is Yinku's Pepe Talks, where pretending ends and healing begins. Until next time, this is your girl, Yinku's Pepe.